You knew Hades was there and you sent me to him?
I won't deny I risked your life, but it was the only way. Now, with the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's... difficult. Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. Perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
Oh, stopped him in his tracks. Oh, he kind of stopped us too. Out of ammo. Get out. And it's out of health.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
Whoa, what? What do you mean once you're freed of other distractions? You better get your healing on, my friend. Well, friends, I believe it is time for Deep Secrets of the Earth and climbing on down the vent. What's interesting is this time when I came here, Silence did not give me that warning again. I thought he would have. He did not. All he said was, on the other side of the tower, look for the vent. And this is where we are. I know we have more side missions to do, but we're kind of caught up at the moment. But I know this is not a true, even though this is a bit of a point of no return, it's not a true 100% endgame point of no return. At least I'm confident and faithful that that is the case. So we're going to head on in and continue with the story. And I did notice, I actually looked, when I looked at the map, and I knew that we knew this, but just seeing it like this is fun, I guess I have to say. This is going to be so much fun, so interesting. Zero Dawn Project Facility. Talk about a lore dump. I have a feeling we're going to be swimming in lore probably for the next, I don't know. I obviously I don't know how long this takes, but a few episodes, but at least for a while, I think we might be swimming in some lore. Let's get on down the vent here.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Oh, I love that so much. Okay, so the warning actually came when we examined it. But you can see why I'm still a little leery, but we're going forward. We are doing this.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Are you
Malfunction.
kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I understand. So by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Wow. So, all right. So we've come across a door like that before very early on, and of course we got access. And if I'm not mistaken, it did say like the accuracy rate of them confirming identity, right, was an astronomical high number. You know, even for do not forget to look behind. Even for a relative, you know, mother daughter, it seemed to be, it was pretty high. Anything back here? I don't think so. Which again has me wondering. I mean, the timing obviously cannot be mother-daughter with that much of a time difference.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Oh, you know we are. And cross your fingers that a good portion of these are going to be recordings, not readings. Another incident. All right, from lounge staff to admin, another incident. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as a staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and faces at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. So there's a Polish connection obviously here. I think that's the first time we've heard that. Some are being, I guess you want to say, abrasive. Now, is that happening as they come in? And is that because they were basically kidnapped and forced to come here? Or is that something that's happening over time? We need support too. Same deal. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD, so Zero Dawn candidates, when they arrive at the facility. So there you go. Okay. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Lang bots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these emails. So, yeah, they're not getting the response that they want and or need. But that answered my initial question there. So yeah, they must have been kidnapped and brought here. Forced.
take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Alright, I did see you, obviously. Oh, and there are more in here. So this would be like the check-in area. Alright, let's see what we have. Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time, no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Steep demand, steep the tea. I like it. So these people clearly are not getting any support. Soundproofing. Ooh. Is this going to be soundproofing from screams? Lounge staff, soundproofing. Would it be possible to prove the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. So what are they doing to these people?
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
So, alright, so I'm just trying to keep this in line with thinking, obviously, not obvious, I don't know, I think it's obvious, I don't know though. They're being brought here against their will. And then what is going on in here? Oh, are they being drugged, or is it just they're seeing what's gonna happen? So many thoughts.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Okay, so is what's going on here? Wow, that was pretty crazy. So is what's going on here is they could not stop the destruction of the human race, or I guess life in general. And the machines were just going to take over no matter what. So, but he did mention breaking the code. So, you know what? I don't know. Is the theory, if we bring these people here and get them into this, I guess, quote unquote, safe area, base, whatever, is Zero Dawn really about let's let everything be extinct because the machines feed off of the bio of the people of life, and if they can't feed off of life, then they can't continue? Is that what is going on here? Then these people are all about, once that happens and kind of resets, then it's the growing of the world after that? Is that what Zero Dawn is all about? So we did notice, or not notice, but we heard in the one war room we were at not too long ago, he did say something about, Harris did say something about, I believe it was Harris, about this is not a plan, this is the extinction of the world. Now, ooh, are they actually doing the extinction process also? Not just letting the machines do it. Oh, uh-oh. This could be getting dark. And they showed Elizabeth at the end there.
Castrils. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Okay, we got a ladder there. Let's change our, oh, I love these maps when they're inside like this. It is so cool. All right, let's get over. I think we're gonna have to be dealing with, why can I never find this? There we go. The arrow breaker. So there's a window there. Go out to the sides. Do I want to go up in there yet? No, let's check this out. Let's check this room out. Oh, is there somebody in there? There is. Let's get back. Let's get back. Let's get back. All right. I do want to do this. Try and do this a little sneaky if we can. Yeah, you have one of those weapons. Yeah, we cannot do the call. But he's also got a skull, so I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. Well, so much for sneaky.
Shadow.
Sneaky is out the window. Why am I stuck? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Yeah, I want your weapon, dude. Use on your friends. Alright, listen. That's not what I was trying to do. This is what I was trying to do. One more, one more.
We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
Don't know yet. We will find out. Alright, I actually thought there might have been a few more guys in here than just these. But we did have that brute. Let's pick this up just in case.
Should give me the upper hand.
Yeah, look at that little tunnel over there. Oh, look at these are like medical beds. Oh, there are data points. Alright, I think we're gonna drop that. See what we have to learn. This is what I was thinking. It's gonna be lore. Like a sea of lore.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said. Not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
She's onto it. She understands. Now, is that a Polish accent? I am horrible with accents. I'm kind of thinking that might have been.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Okay, yeah, I have a feeling we're going to find out what is. But I think, I'm still thinking that's what's going on, is it's going to be the actual humans, destruction of humans. All right. We could go forward there, but I want to see what's through here. This is going up and around. I thought that that room we were just in... Yeah, okay. Oh, so this is... Well, this is the actual room. Okay. I did not see that. All right, let's move on up into this other room. Yeah, there's another one there. Okay.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Okay, so that was an example of someone losing it. And so were they trying to build an ark? Is that basically what they were? Oh, there's that glass wall. That's basically what they were trying to do? To get off of the planet. What did they want to do once they got off, or is it just for their own survival? Oh.
You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Oh man, this is going to, I mean, this is not surprising, but this is going to be sad to learn about. Now, it looks like there's a room here that I wonder if we can get in from up top there? I don't know. But I think these are actually on the inside. Although that is there, so maybe not.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Okay, so that guy looks like or sounds like he's appreciative of this, like he's hiding. So he mentioned Sterling Malkeet, I think is the word that he said, and that sounds familiar. So I'm assuming he's done something and this was his way of, all right, this is going to be my hiding. I'm not going to get in trouble. I think that's what's going on there, because he's oddly comfortable with what's going on here. And even the counselor at the end, she's like, just go.
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please, you get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Well, that didn't go well. That would be the support they were looking for to take care of those guys. All right, so we already listened to this. I just want to double check. Counselor guidelines. Did we? Yeah, see, because it went straight to this. Okay. I wish it would kind of, I don't know about disappear, but something. All right, so what I do want to check out before we go in that door, like, will these leads? No, that's a dead end. Okay. I was thinking and hoping it would lead back. Let's make sure there's nothing else off to this side. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's getting acrobatic. Yeah, and this is the door that would lead into there that we are not able to get to. But it does look like there's a walkway up top. Okay, I think we can advance into the viewing room. Let's make sure there's nothing up high. Yeah, not seeing anything.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stocks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Couple thoughts, couple questions. Wow, that was okay. So that does kind of, I believe, confirm what I was thinking. It was the destruction and the rebuild. But are they not repeating the mistakes that were already made of robot AI? It can do everything on its own. It'll do everything right. But it might not. It must not, because obviously Hades, I did see Hades on the list, and she just mentioned Hades obviously somehow broke free of that. So I think they did mention that all the pieces of Gaia, and Hades was one of those pieces, was not AI. That only Gaia was, but somehow Hades, and what a name to use. Why would you use that name? Is that just telling you something's going to go wrong? Is that how that works? But Hades somehow broke free and got into, like she said, I think she said a machine. So there's that. But yeah, the repeat of history. That does not seem very smart. The other thing that was mentioned, and I do remember this as I heard it and then it was going through, but this is a long time ago. So there's Mother's Cradle, right? They did mention the Cradle of Life in that hologram we just saw. Is that how all the humans were born? Cradle of Life. So is that AI? Does that mean all humans that are alive now are AI born? Is Aloy AI born? You know what? They said that, I do remember at the beginning them saying that Aloy, I think it was, kind of just appeared in front of that door. Oh, so many things. And some things that I forgot about, did not think about. Oh, there's just so much. This story is amazing. I am loving the story. The lore and the world that was built around this is absolutely mind-blowing. And so well done. Like, I mean, seriously, this is what we need a TV show built around. Not a movie, a TV show. Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. So yeah, obviously if they know the information, they're not going to let them leave. It's not an option. So we see option 1 is participation. I have a feeling one of these options is probably going to be elimination or some variation of that. But this is why people were freaking out. All right, part 1, participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You'll be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural life. So this is participate, play along. What if your family is more than 2 people? Would you have to make some difficult choices there? But then you're, I guess, spared? Indefinite detention. Oh, I already... Spoiler alert, number 3. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. And then, of course, here's the euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice or if you have further questions. So back up here in detention, you'll be released once this is once this facility is abandoned. That must be before the extinction event, I'm guessing. Could be after, I don't know. Because it could be after, and then now you're just out there to deal with, but they don't want that biomass out there. So maybe not. Wow. Yeah, we kind of foresaw that one happening. Whoa, whoa. Easy. Easy, Aloy.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Okay, so it sounds like he worked for Pharaoh, played a part, and he's trying to maybe do right. I'm wondering if this is where the euthanasia happens. Like, we have beds here.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized.
Whoa.
A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Okay, it just seemed to cut off there. That must have been the end of that, but wow. All right, so that does make sense for medical sterilization, I guess. 2,000 people for 100 years. You'd have to have... Well, I guess you could bring in some newborn infants. Could be part of the 2000. Because, yeah, if you go in at 30 or 40 or 50, you're not going to last 100 years. You would eventually have to have some people. But yeah, this is where the euthanasia is happening. Oh, man.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Medical grade inaccessible.
I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Well, I have a feeling he might not have... Well, I guess it probably would have been medical euthanasia, but maybe not his choice. I guess he could have been detained. But this was starting to say something about the wing being off limits, I think. Unless that was in the recording. I didn't think it was, though. Man, there is so much to learn about this. What do we got here? Stranded shackles. Okay. Was that a... Well, it's not a data point. I would say inventory. Special items. This mysterious item is valuable only to the most curious merchants. Shackles made from an unknown smooth material. I mean, what could that material be? They're well aware of metal. Oh, plastic? Wait, did it say? Stranded shackles. I don't know, it could be plastic. Oh, we cannot get... Oh, we can get in here. However, does not appear there's anything in here. Do we have anything else? All right, well, that is just a wall. Alley-oop on over. Do not remember you. There was one on the table here. Counselor Guidelines 2. Right, is this the second one? Is that what this is saying? For debriefing after presentation 2, it is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Yeah, I don't think we've read this. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn oh, okay, I see what they're saying. Kind of spin it, right? Frame participation in Zero Dawn is an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. So basically, you know, make them think that they're going to be heroes and they're going to do all this stuff, which, ooh, are they going to be? Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans, and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation. Acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. Now, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans. So that's how you get the 100 years. Okay. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles G01 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them in the 48-hour waiting period during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against her or his will. So I guess that's a little something, but it's either participation or death, right? Because then you're imprisoned and then they set you free, which I believe would be before the extinction event. So, does it really matter? Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision, data corrupted. Of course it was. We're not able to learn everything about it. Oh, so that makes me wonder, did I miss anything else? Oh, I hope not.
Need them soon enough.
Well, I guess it's time for Central Projects.